Tesla's been rocking all over the automobile industry and has also broken a bunch of records. Its new inventions have made sure that it is one of the fastest growing companies worldwide. But which vehicle still holds the record for being the most American car in the entire world? Would that be Tesla or would it be Ford? According to a new study, the Tesla Model 3 is currently the most American electric car you can buy. On Wednesday, American University has released its 2021 Made in America Auto Index. The index uses data from 2015 and 16 on the location of auto parts suppliers, and also labor costs and the amount of research and development spending done by the automaker to determine where it's been constructed. The index uses 20% as a minimum score for its American-made designation. The American University's Kogan School of Business releases its Made in America Auto Index annually. The study tracks the most American cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans, taking into account the country of origin and the percentage of U.S. parts used in the vehicle assembly process. The Tesla Model 3 can be built in 3 different ways, with batteries that are either wholly or partially made in America. The company is building a massive battery factory outside of Reno, Nevada that'll have the capacity to produce at least 500,000 batteries annually when it opens next year. The new American University study is the first to rank vehicles on a Made in America index. The index ranks vehicles based on factors including where they're produced and what percentage of parts are produced domestically. The Tesla Model 3 is at the top of that list, with an overall score of 82 out of 100. The Model S and X weren't far behind at 89 points each, and yet all 3 Tesla vehicles registered scores below 50 for the American-made category, due to their batteries and other components being made overseas. Tied for second place were the Lincoln Continental and the Ford Expedition. With 83 points each, the Ford F-150, Jeep Wrangler, and Toyota Camry came 4th through 6th. All 3 scored 80 points in the index. What's going on with the U.S. auto industry? The country that invented the car nearly a century ago has slipped behind many foreign upstarts. 2008 Made in America Auto Index, which ranks cars based on how much of their content comes from domestic sources and has been running annually in Motor Trend magazine since 2004, is getting a lot of attention after it was published this month. Toyota and BMW take the top 3 spots. The Jeep Grand Cherokee scores last out of 21 vehicles. The American auto industry hasn't had it so bad since 1982, when Toyota took the top spot with 52% domestic content. And GM ranked last at 26% after it closed its Fremont, California assembly plant and laid off 5,000 workers. This year's list shows that Chrysler is leaning more on foreign-made parts than any other American automaker since Chrysler itself was acquired by Germany's Daimler in 1998. More troubling than who's first is that no automaker is making vehicles that are all American. Most models don't score above 50% because they rely heavily on foreign-made parts. Taken as a whole, the auto industry is still very American. It employs more than 750,000 people directly and supports millions of others indirectly. But even that success story is under threat from globalization. Cars still have many parts from American suppliers, but their actual assembly is going abroad or shrinking at home, even as car buyers grow more aware of where their vehicle comes from and what they cost. The Model 3's been beset by a couple of production delays, but Tesla's now building the car at a rate of 5,000 per week. In the last year, Tesla's ramped up their manufacturing and their sourcing of domestic content, said Adam Patel, Policy Counsel for National Tooling and Machining Association. It's not just that they're making more cars. Domestic content varies widely among cars. The Ford F-150 pickup truck is made entirely in the U.S. Some Fiat Chrysler vehicles have 100% U.S. parts. Others are far less American. The Chrysler Pacifica minivan only has 17% domestic content, according to NMC's numbers. The Toyota Camry and Honda Accord have 45 and 47% domestic content. General Motors Buick has 61%. Japanese automakers tend to do better since they rely on a domestic supply chain for things like computer chips. To earn its high score, Tesla had to show that it bought $1 billion worth of American parts in 2017 and planned to spend $9 billion over the next 5 years. This would mean about 3 million Teslas would contain about 30% American content by 2023. Tesla's Model 3 electric car has been ranked among the best cars in the US. The Model 3 has topped Consumer Reports' annual ranking of the best cars on sale in the US, followed by 3 Lexus cars, including the LC Coupe and the RX SUV and 2 Audi models. Tesla's Model 3 was only beat by the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray and Ford Mustang GT, which topped the list. Last year's winner, which was the Ford Ranger pickup, has dropped to 16th place after its US/Canadian content was reduced from 70% to 45%. Other models that made it to the top 10 were the Honda Accord, which was 4th, Toyota Camry, which was 5th, Subaru Forester, which was 6th, and the Honda Civic, which was 9th. The Porsche 911 came in at number 10. Testers praised Tesla's Model 3 for its acceleration, its handling, and its ride comfort, as well as its spacious interior and cargo area. However, they said that it lacked a couple of features such as automatic emergency braking and lane keeping assistance. The Tesla Model 3 has been outselling all other mid-size premium sedans combined in the last couple of months. It's also outselling large luxury cars such as the Mercedes-Benz C-Class and the BMW 3 Series. Yeah. Tesla's Model S sedan and also the Model Y SUV have tied for the 5th place, while the Model X SUV took the 8th position, tying with the Ford F-150. The next most American electronic vehicle is the Chevrolet Bolt, which comes in 55th place. Ford's Mustang Mach-E SUV took the 75th spot with 15% US/Canadian content and an overall score of 19.5. It's assembled in Mexico. Tesla's Model S and Y are now built at Tesla's Fremont factory to meet its production goal of 500,000 vehicles annually by 2018. While Tesla has yet to reveal its total 2017 vehicle sales figures, it did report it produced more than 80,000 vehicles in the second half of 2017, as well as it ramped up production at its Fremont factories to support new product demand from its Model 3, as well as its S and X models. The company said it produced 53,239 vehicles in Q4 2017, bringing the total 2017 production to about 83,500 units. The company said it hit a major milestone in Q3 2017 when it produced 5,000 Model 3 sedans in 1 week. The American-made index was created by Cars.com with input from MAPI, the Manufacturers Alliance for Productivity and Innovation. The index uses 5 criteria to determine how American a car really is: assembly location, domestic parts content, engine origin, transmission origin, and final assembly point. It's not just good showing for the Model 3, it's an unprecedented result. It smashes the record set by the previous winner, the Dodge Ram 1500 pickup, which BT dubs clocked in at just under 17%. It also tops every vehicle on this year's list except for one, the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, which is so American that it should be flown from Detroit to Washington on a flag-draped barge. Therefore, it's now clear that Tesla has made a dominant move in the automobile industry and would be improving its vehicles to be at the top everywhere. And yeah, that's all we had to discuss for today's video. If you found this video informative, make sure to like it and subscribe to it and all that stuff you've been trained to do. Oh yeah, and of course press the bell icon so you never miss any of our dope videos. Later.